Hey, good morning. I'm walking out of the nursery where I dropped off my son this morning. And I kind of had this realization as I was smiling from ear to ear as I walked out of the gun, which is the nursery school. And literally, it's crazy because not 15 minutes ago, I was feeling like crap as a mom because all I wanted to do was say yes to my kids today, and this one kid that's especially challenging. And literally it felt in the moment like literally she was going out of her way to ask me for random things at the most inopportune moments. And I just got more and more and more frustrated because it just felt like a series of complaints non-stop this morning, and a series of like little unmet expectations I didn't even know were expectations, like the computer not working in the middle of my workout, and then this 2 kinds of sandwiches my kid takes every day and likes. I don't like any of those things today, mommy, and it's grocery shopping day, so I don't have anything else to offer. And then the teacher told my daughter yesterday that this Friday she's having a birthday party at school, even though, of course, her birthday was 3 months ago. Why it has to be this Friday, I don't know, and why no one thought to check with the moms first. Okay, and I'm in charge of a cake. Or just like literally, and can I go to this hamburger restaurant with my madrichat from B'nai Akiva at this time? And I think I have lice. So like that was the state of chaos and of frustration and mom fails that I felt like were in the morning. And then take my son to kindergarten, and I'm breathing and I'm trying to calm myself down multiple times. I go back to the beginning. Hi, Sarah. I go back to the beginning. Maybe you've had one of those days, whether it's in your business or your marriage or as a mom, that it's like every 5 seconds you feel like you have to go back to your calm place because you're being like bombarded with circumstances from the outside. And I want to show you something because one of my top priorities when I schedule my day is that when I take my son in to kindergarten, or nursery school, kindergarten, whatever it is, I'm there for 15 minutes and we do a game or an activity together. So the teacher had taken out today all of these National Geographic books. And after this really difficult morning with the kids, I still sat down and we wanted to make a collage. So we started going through, and these are all the pictures that he chose. And he's like, remember when we did this together, mommy? And we would love to do this together. And this is something. We walked the dog together, and we love to look at sunsets together. And we've seen fishies, and we went to the beach this week, the 2 of us. And you know I love airplanes, and you always read me my airplane book. And look, here's a picture of houses, and we're rebuilding our house right now. And monkeys, because that time we went to the zoo. And horses, because one day you and I are going to go ride horses together. And we called it Chalom Shel Benzi Ve'ima, and he had me write dreams come true. And how often in our relationship with our kids and our relationship with our food are we like, why is this happening to me? Like this challenge and this challenge and this challenge, and like everything in that day or that morning or that hour feels like you're getting punched. And you're taking the punch and you're coming back, and you're taking the punch and you're defending, and you're taking the punch and you're defending. And then if we just sometimes like wait out that burst and we keep going back to our calm spot and we keep forgiving ourselves, and then we keep trying again, and then we forgive them, and then we try again, and we feel like we just failed. And then if we just don't stop, if we don't turn around and sit down and throw up our hands and say, I failed, but we say instead, I'm just feeling a little beat up right now, so I'm just going to step a little carefully. I'm going to put down the next step or 2 intentionally. Then like all of a sudden, these amazing things happen that are right on the other side of that. You have these moments where you are appreciated and you are valued, and the storm is past, and the rest of your day feels like just open, clear, supported water. Like you can just swim. And it's like 8 metaphors there that are totally messed up, but that's not the point. The point is that this morning was such a real example of how often We let the bumps and the bumps and the bumps and the bumps in the road convince us that we're on the wrong road. You're not on the wrong road. We're just struggling. It's just a morning where there were 8 million things happening in my house, and the computer stopped working in the middle of my workout, and the Gannett decided that it's the teacher decided that they have to have a birthday, and my daughter comes to me. We live in this tiny apartment right now with literally the size of this phone amount of counter space, and none of her friends in the 30 girls in her youth group, parents could be the parents that host them making pancakes for this event they're having. And nobody who lives in a regular house can do that. Us in this temporary apartment. She's like, but I have to show up, and everyone has to come here. And I'm literally like looking around that I can barely make the lunches with one other person talking to me in the kitchen. And I just threw up my hands and I said, you know what? If no one else can do it in their big space, then I guess I'm glad that we could do it. And she said to me, Mommy, you don't know what's going on in their lives. You don't know what's going on in their lives, that if they say they can't do it, they can't do it. And I thought to myself initially, well, I said I can't do it and you didn't take no for an answer. So somehow I'm doing it anyway. Why can't they do it anyway? And then the wisdom of what she said hit me. And I don't know what's going on in someone else's life. I don't know what's going on in my life minute to minute. But all we can do is take ownership of our lives. So when I'm saying I had this really difficult morning, and then there was this moment at Gan that was so rewarding, I'm not judging you if you're stuck in a difficult moment and you're struggling to get to that next thing. You're really sitting on those bumps in the road and you're really not sure that you're on the right path. I'm not judging you. I'm inviting you to take ownership that maybe you're still on the right path. Maybe the road to health has some bumps today. Maybe the road to being the mom you want to be has some bumps today. But just like no matter how many bumps are on that road to being a mom, I'm not going to think, well, I'll give them up for adoption and that'll make my life better. You can't give your body up for adoption either. You're going to be in that relationship. So I'm going to invite you to look at it like that. Like the bumps on the road don't have to mean this is the wrong road. Getting in a good relationship with your body and a good relationship with your food is always worth it. Just like not giving up my kids for adoption is always worth it. And I wish you such an amazing, amazing day today, that no matter what bumps come up, you move past them quickly and you feel like you have a clean road ahead. Love you more. Shabbat Shalom.